Preliminary plans for a new Kingston library were recently presented. Before the plan goes any further, Kingston Town Meeting members must vote to approve the funding. PCN was there for a public meeting to learn more about this project.
We've been aware in the library that we had a space problem. We probably started really focusing on it in about 2010 and documenting what the issues were and trying to find solutions. And sometime around then I heard that there was a state grant being offered, but we were not ready to apply for that grant. But we watched for another opportunity, and that's what this project is all about. There is, first we applied for a planning and design grant from the state, which we got, and that's what funded us, along with some town funding and funding from the Library Foundation. That's what allowed us to develop the proposal that we submitted in January for a construction grant. Our biggest problems with this building are just lack of space, but we also have safety problems and accessibility problems. The new library will not have any of those issues. There will be adequate space, not only for the current collections, but also for the growth that we anticipate. Beyond that, though, there will be spaces where we can do things like maker activities and distance learning and more programming than we can do now. Also, there's a huge need for quiet study space and conference space and small meeting space and small program space, collaborative projects. We don't have really any room for that now, and so that's something I think is a big need in the community, and that's one of the things that the new library will offer. But I'll also say it's going to be a much more energy efficient building. So I think that although it will be larger, it will save the town money in terms of what the town has to spend on maintenance and utilities. So we're planning for it to be probably LEED Silver eligible. That's our hope. And LEED, if people don't know it, is an efficiency rating for buildings. If the project is approved at town meeting by a 2/3 vote, then it goes to a ballot vote in December 5th. If it's approved at the ballot, then we kick right into gear. We do everything we need to do to be ready to sign a contract with the state. As soon as we signed a contract with the state, they disperse the first payment of the grant, and then we start right away with working towards design development, which would take about a year, and then about 2 months more for construction bidding, and then about a year and a half when we would have to move out of this building into temporary quarters during construction. The library is, and we always have been, a community gathering place. We do that with some degree of success now. I think we can do a much better job of that and be a much more welcoming and useful place for the community.